Okay, let's see now. Today is Sunday, October 7th, and it's 6:45 p.m. I'm going to make an update here. I got a letter dated September 29, 2012 to Julio Zamora, employer Safeway, claim number W1197861. It says, Dear Mr. Zamora, attached for your review and completion is the notice of offer of regular work, DWC-AD 10118, period. Please be advised that absent your termination from your employment, based on the PQME report from Dr. Portnoff, your employer is able to offer you regular work. Please call your attorney for any additional questions. And it's Simon, Claim Examiner 2, Lorna, Lorna, Moldes, Moles, okay? And then proof of service to the Central Valley Injured Worker. I'd like to note for the record that I wasn't absent from work. I don't know exactly what it means, but they wanted me, my attorney said to sign it and send it in, and I did, and I made a statement on the bottom of this offer of work. I signed it on 10/3/2012. And I said, I accept this offer of regular work, seniority to be intact, hired August 2002. Safeway, Mike Sadler did not return my call to return to work. Plus, they owe me back pay since 12/7/2010. I worked on 12/6 and I worked on 12/7. And when I received the notice of offer of regular work, I went to work on 12/3/2010. According to my logs, I was sent home on the 5th day of work. I was working. I punched in. They didn't let me log out, and they sent me home. I wasn't absent. I was sent home. Okay, and then they violated the contract, and they violated everything else. I was on FMLA. You name it, they broke the law, including 132A. Whatever it is, they broke it. And then the union referred me to Workman's Comp with this letter that I received from her. Why? Not a valid discharge. Violation 132A refused to work me on 10/3/2012 because they didn't return my phone call to go back to work. So what this means, I don't know. And another thing, I faxed the insurance company the conflict of interest. The Department of Unemployment Office had a dispute with Safeway regarding my disability, and they said that they had no right to decide anything. So they paid me unemployment from 4/17, I believe it was. Or maybe before. That was the day they denied my disability payments. And they said they had no right to decide anything. And so the offer of work that I received on December 1st, went to work on December 3rd, December 7th, they sent me home and made false accusations. Because you have to have a key to falsify anything on the onboard automatic recording device. And on top of that, they have two time clocks. One onboard recording device prints out logs in an algorithm sheet, which explains what you're doing minute by minute, and that's how you get paid. The clock in the driver's room does not do anything. There's no time card. They picked me up when I ran out of hours, and the miles aren't being recorded. And the delay isn't being recorded from the tractor when I log out. I'm not to be detained from going home under 395.15 and the interpretation. So I haven't been paid in 10 years, including breaks, lunch, etc. And now I got this offer of work. I haven't been paid since December 7th, 2010, and ongoing, because today is Sunday, October 7th, 2012, and I still haven't been paid. So they owe me back pay from December 7, 2010 because of the fact that the conflict of interest is a workman's comp issue. It's not taxable. So, and the fact that they're using the time clock in the driver's room with no time card leads me to believe that all this and the falsification was intentional by the dispatcher, who used his key to took the time from the time clock in the driver's room with no time card and changed my time on my tractor on the onboard recording device, my logs. He's not allowed to do that without my permission or without making me aware that he is doing that. And then I did not sign any logs to state that that was true and correct. And I should also like to note the fact that they did not respond to the union in 10 days, 20 days, or 30 days. And I was denied representation, and I was supposed to work first and grieve later. None of that happened. So back to this letter of offer of regular work dated September 29, 2012. What does she exactly mean by absent? Your termination from your employment, I have no idea, because I was working on the 6th and the 7th, and I wasn't absent at any time. Okay, now they sent me home when I received the offer of regular work, and then they tried to accuse me of falsification, intent to falsify, which that's impossible. So what does she actually mean by this letter? It needs to be asked, the question needs to be asked in court. What exactly do you mean by that? Because I did not leave work. I was sent home from work and not allowed to log out or punch out on the company time clock with no time card. But all the drivers knew I was there because they asked me if I was going to get paid. I should. I don't know why not. I'm there. So that's my statement. For Sunday, October 7th, I should know that my saddler didn't call me to work, and I went to the union inside, seen Mr. Neiswanger, and I told him that I asked for arbitration and was denied, that you need to follow it up with workman's comp. Well, I did. And they said, absent your termination. That leads me to believe there was no termination, because she gave me a check from 10/15 for 1 year, 2010 to 2011 for $3,000. That doesn't sound like very much, does it? Especially when they're in conflict of interest. So I don't know what's going on here, but maybe she's got her wires crossed, because I wasn't absent at any time. And she paid me, so that means I was on disability when I should have been working. I should have been working. The offer of work received December 1st. Went to work December 3rd, 2010. Sent home on December 7th, 2010 by the company. Just sent home. Didn't work first, grieve later by the union contract. And now she turns around and said I was absent from termination. And she gave me a check dated from 10/15. What was the other date on that? Well, I don't have it right here. But anyway, it was until 2011. And so that's it. And I put down here on liability, notice of conflict of liability, mailing date 6/16, effective date was 4/17. That was the day they took me off of disability payments. And I put down here for her record, and I sent her a copy of this, and I said back pay from 12/7/2010, not and be returned to work. This should not be an issue. Read above. Been on disability since 12/7/2010 until I return to work. Workman's comp issue. Company needs to put me back to work with back pay, benefits, RSP, vacation, etc. To be seniority to be intact. Hired in August 2002. I made that statement and I printed it and I gave her a copy. Okay? So she knows I worked December 7th, 2010. I wasn't absent from work. In other words, when I received this offer of work, they sent me home. It's plain and clear. So that's my statement for Sunday, October 7th at 6:55 p.m. and I should be working. Mike Sadler should have called me back and put me to work. Why she sent this letter was just a waste of time because I'm still not working from December 7th, 2010, and it's now Sunday, October 7th, 2012. End of notation.